morning, welcome to this week's episode. A very blustery day on the east coast here. So this is episode 2 of the Suffolk Coastal Path, walking from Ness Point in Lowestoft to Covehithe.
You got your mama's sunshine, you got your daddy's rain. You're like a piece of heaven in a hurricane, and it's bubbling over like sweet champagne. You got your mama's sunshine, you got your daddy's rain. All day long, right or wrong, you question everything. Why the grass is green, can I stay up late, and why do the bluebirds sing?
Right, now walking over the Pakefield Bridge. This is the bridge that we passed underneath when we done the source to sea on the River Waveney. And we'll be heading past the Royal Yacht Station and the East Point Pavilion that they're doing a lot of work on at the moment, to the start, or the official start, of the Suffolk Coastal Path. Right, so here we are, we're at the South Pier at Lowestoft. I don't know whether you can hear me, it's really blustery at the moment. So this is the official start of the Suffolk Coastal Path. There's no sign that I can see to show the actual start of it, but I say they are doing a load of development around this part at the moment. But it is a really blustery day, and my God, I can't believe how much this beach has changed since I was a kid. But yeah, we're going to make our way up a promenade towards Pakefield now. See there, just all of the new style beach huts they're building along the coast here. Not my favourite design, but I'm sure that when they're all done they look appealing. So this is the last of the fishing boats here at Pakefield. There's not much that's fished off the beach here anymore. I think it's mainly just people that do it as a hobby. But obviously years and years ago, all the boats along here were all drawn up on the beach using these wires, and they were all out fishing for silver darlings, herrings. That was the main income and main staple diet of this coast. It's not long before the caravans at the top of these cliffs are going to have to be moved back or end up in the sea, one of the two. It wasn't that long ago they actually tried to put some defences up along this part here to protect their caravan site. But yeah, if the sea wants it, the sea gets it. Out here at the minute, got the wind coming directly into our faces now, and this part of the beach has changed so much. it's just growing and growing and growing, and you've got this massive spit of land out in front of us, which has created this little bay here, and you've got 3 or 4 kite surfers out there making use of the protection that this bay is causing here. So this piece of metal that's sticking up in the heathland here, believe it or not, is actually the end of a groin, and you've literally got 2 or 3 of those that are left along the coast here, and you can see here there's like 700-800 meters before you actually get to the sea here. So it just shows you how much land is deposited back onto the coast here due to coastal erosion. Right, so we're on a bit of concrete at last, a bit of a break after all that sand and shingle on the old calves. We're just coming into Kessingland now, which is a little tiny village in between Lowestoft and Southwold. And if you're doing this walk, it is probably your last stop to get some refreshments really before you hit Southwold. It's probably about 8k, I think it is at a guess, from Kessingland to Southwold. You've got the Sailors Home pub just up there, which you can just take a little detour to. And next up, we're going to pass all the boats at Kessingland up to Benacre Sluice, and then it's not too far until we reach Covehithe. Right, so we just dropped down out of the wind here. You've got Benacre Sluice just behind us here, so that is the sluice gate for the River Hundred, which is a real small river. It basically starts over at Hulver, which is just on the outskirts of Beccles, and meanders its way through the land out to the sea here. So this is literally the end of Kessingland. On the other side of this is known as Benacre, and we're just got to stop for something to eat, and then we'll get over the sluice and continue up to Covehithe. It was only about 3 years ago that this was still on the top of the cliff. Soggy toes. I've always been told that there was a communications bunker along this coast here, and I'd seen some bits of concrete hanging out of the cliff a while ago, and I weren't too sure whether that was that, and I think that's what this is. But the only thing that's confusing me is the pipes that those cables are running through. They look plastic to me, so anyone got any idea, just let us know. I'll tell you what we'll do is we'll tell the missus I've left the keys for the van in her car, which is parked at Ness Point. Let's see whether we can get a rise to that, shall we? What do you say if I've left the keys in your car? Right, so that brings us to the end of this week's video. Thank you for watching. We've took 14k it took us to get from Ness Point to Covehithe today. It's been an absolute cracking day out, really windy day, so I hope the audio's not too bad on it as well. So this is obviously the end of this episode, and it will be the start of the next leg in the Suffolk Coastal Path. So thank you for watching this week's video. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, then please hit the subscribe button just below. And as always, there's a couple of videos there for you to take a look at, and episode 1 of the Suffolk Coastal Path, and also another micro adventure in this area that I've done a couple of years ago. So thank you for watching once again, and we'll see you next week on the next one.